What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Red and Dreaad podcast. I'm Dread. He's Red. We're happy to be back with you guys after a brief hiatus, couple weeks. We've been off the grid a little bit, but we're back and ready to roll.
Hell yeah.
So today we're discussing So we call this the World Edition, like World Report, what the fuck edition, because like I just feel like every time I turn on the news or like I'm reading up on anything, we got shootings going on. There's stuff going on all over the place, The sports world is crazy right now. There's things all over the nation happening all at the same time. So we're gonna dive into it just a little bit here and see what we can pull out.
Yeah. Let's not start with heavy stuff though.
No, of course not. I say we pick it up with the Lynx and the Mercury Game 3, that controversial no call. I'm pretty sure you saw that. Like,
I mean, yeah. I did. It was pretty disappointing way to, you know, see the game end.
yeah,
But
somebody gets a player injured,
yeah, especially like a player that you want to see play, right? I mean, no offense to, peripheral pieces of the team, but some people are more exciting. And like, I'm not saying I turned it off, I would just like I wouldn't turn off a game if LeBron got hurt. But sometimes you are a little convinced to tune in to see someone who's a little bit more impressive than the others, and it is a bummer to see them go down. You know, it kind of sucks the air out of the room. Even you know in what was such a hard fought, like it's really enjoyable game of basketball.
Yeah, Game 3. The coach, Cheryl Reeve, she was going crazy. She got super upset about it. I feel like in real time watching it, it does really appear that Alyssa Thomas, who is the defender that stole the ball, um, it does look like she kind of ran into the offensive player. But if you watch it, I'm gonna pull it up here in just a second too. If you watch it, it looks it looks like a clean steal. I feel like she was in position and the offensive player's forward momentum, she was driving, and the defender just popped out the ball, and like the offensive player's momentum still carried her into the defender versus the defender running into them, which I feel
Yeah,
like was everyone's initial reaction, like, oh, come on. But I was like, I don't know.
it's yeah. I kind of have to agree with you. It sucks, to see a player go down, but if you no longer have the ball, I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
you should be making a play on the ball. I understand like it was very sudden, but like, what are you supposed to do? You were going too fast. You were in the complete control of the ball because it got stolen. So I guess my big deal is they should have called my time.
boom.
Oh yeah, it looks. I mean, like watching it fast is crazy. Watching it fast, it is crazy.
Now let's just run that back one more. Let's go one more time. So like, but if you watch her, she's driving into.
Yeah, lots of movement.
Like,
Was it a handoff?
so it's hang on, let me just let's see some of this. Like the coach getting crazy. Like as soon as it happens, hell no. Look, what the fuck? She in the rest of here. He like, you done. Get her out of here. Tech. She out. Like they
Yeah,
drag they dragging her off the court. Like, She for sure getting fined too. Probably they like. She like wasn't no foul. Watch, hang on. Let me. Come on, where the replay at? Here we go. Boom, steal right there. I'm like, I think it's a clean steal because
Yeah, I
like
mean,
basketball is a contact sport. It's not a no contact sport. Like when she reached for that ball, she wasn't going into the defender. She was the
yeah,
I'm
she
sorry,
had
the
a
offensive
line.
player was going into the defender.
Yeah.
Okay, damn, I keep getting it wrong. Hold on.
How much? How much?
Like, see,
Okay, so it's
boop,
like a little shovel pass.
and she like slid to the side and popped it out. She didn't go into the offense. I think it's a clean steal, man. I think the refs. That's a hard call to make, like you said, watching it fast. But
I can understand why they would want the foul called. Definitely, you know. But like, what was like I think inappropriate is they didn't stop play. Like she's on the ground, she's a danger to other players. She's injured and should be helped, but like there's potential that more people are injured because of sweat on the floor. Like that's they should have stopped the play after they had possession again to sub her out. Right? That's not
fair,
crazy.
nah,
I mean,
that's a
it's
fair
not like
statement.
it's not an abuse of a timeout to like have to send your best player to the locker room, you know? Like I can understand like, oh yeah, we threw somebody in there off the bench. They took an injury because we didn't have any timeouts left and like we needed to stop the clock. Like but that's not what happened here. Like their best player is down. Let them sub her out. What's wrong with that? Like I like if I don't think Cheryl is. I think she was pissed. I think she lost her cool, but I think at the same time her taking that technical did stop the game and
I was
allow
gonna.
like she is a great coach. Like that's
Oh
exactly
yeah,
like
and
that's the smart move.
I don't blame her either. Like for reacting the way she did to a degree. And it did stop the game, but I think more on top, like you see the player get hurt. So I think it was Collier that got hurt.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think that made it more like it probably felt like it was a foul watching it. And then like when she goes down, like, oh, my ankle, she's like, what? Like even more so, like,
Yeah.
so, but I can agree for sure with the point you made about stopping play. Like when teams have to burn a timeout to stop play to get a player up off the floor and make that sub, like they shouldn't have to do that. It should be like a ref stoppage. My time, they take the timeout, give them like a minute or two just to get someone else in. Because sometimes play continues for a minute. I get in the moment if someone stole it, there's an injury, and then a basket's made. It's like, well, that counts. But
Yeah.
immediately, like sometimes they going back down the floor, dude's still down, or the lady's still down, and it's like, damn, like y'all ain't gonna. So yeah, that's interesting. That was a tough one. That was a tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough
Like
call to make, man. Refereeing is not easy.
it's not. And you know what? Like I think this is what really sucks. I think because like the series is over. Like I mean, spoiler, but like the series is over. Phoenix ended up winning,
Yes, they did.
and I mean, like the last game. I mean, I hate to say it wasn't as exciting. Truthfully, it looked like Phoenix kind of took their their foot off the pedal on defense. I mean, and like
They definitely relaxed a little bit.
and like I don't even know like how much those scores reflect that, but like I mean, it sure seemed that way. And like I understand they knew that they had the game, like they got it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it wasn't. It didn't look like a hard game for them. That last like game four didn't look like a hard game. They kind of felt like they cruised through it, and they're going to be coming in fresh for the finals. And like I don't know, I hate to see somebody injured. That's my thing. The games have been good, and I'm just worried that like we're going to get not what we could have just because of injuries. You know, like let's not even start
Yeah.
on the refing, the
The
favoritism,
WNBA
the count.
has it rough right now anyway. They don't need good players going down,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
You know?
Truthfully, this is reminding me of like Kings, Lakers.
Ooh, two in the 2000s.
Yeah, and and not to the extreme of like I think the refs are like fixing the games, which we found out that that was the truth of that series. But like,
Oh, you know they be having money on the games. Everybody
oh yeah,
does.
I mean, and like I don't know, like it just looks bad, It looks bad. Like these games could be called so much better. Like
Yeah.
you've refed,
They do a lot of
you've refed.
let a lot of stuff go. I mean, I feel like they tell them to do that to a degree to like keep the pace,
Hmm.
like somewhat flowing. But yeah, they let a ton of stuff go. Like a bunch of calls. You see traveling. You see. Honestly, I do see like a lot of traveling, like pivot foots moving. They don't really call three in the key like they should.
Okay,
Some people just be posted in there. I'm like, if you watch, you'll notice like players in the key too long without moving in or out. So
okay, okay.
yeah, it's. I know the coach Cheryl. She was calling for a change to for the refereeing.
Mm,
Sometimes it's not the right time because I feel like they're just gonna brush it off as you're mad about the one call.
yeah, yeah.
So
And
now you
and
want to change.
and I think that's what exactly people are, especially the WNBA is, saying. It's like, oh, you're just a sore loser. It's like, I don't think so. Like, I have zero skin in this game. Don't care about either team. I just like and enjoy basketball. I, I, I'm not good at naming them, not good at recognizing them. Male, female, doesn't matter. I want to watch enjoyable basketball. WNBA is enjoyable. It's starting not to be because I feel like the refs are a little too involved. Now, whether that be because they're not calling fouls that I feel like they should, or that they're calling almost excessively for certain players, like it just gets in the way of an enjoyable sport to watch, and that's it's kind of it's a bummer. It's a bummer because it's basketball. Basketball is a fun sport to watch.
Yeah, it's the
It
best sport in my opinion.
it
It's
yeah,
number one up
I
there.
I can understand that. I feel like if I was younger and my eyes were better, hockey is great. it's so fast sometimes that you can't follow it, which is again like, that's, I mean, that's on me. Like there is something nice about being able to like see an entire basketball court in your vision and be able to entirely take in the game. Like it is a great, enjoyable game to watch, especially live. And like,
Yeah, the pace and the suspense, you know?
yeah, yeah, I don't know. Like here's a lot of shade on soccer. A little bit, little too much. A little too big of a pitch, you know?
Yeah.
Like great drinking, great drinking game though. Like I understand the appeal, but as someone that doesn't drink, you know, I don't know. I've been really enjoying the women's basketball though. Really enjoying it. It's like,
Yeah, playoff time.
oh yeah,
It's the best. That's the best time, really. Like in any sport, I feel like is the playoffs or whatever. Like their playoffs accumulate to. Like is usually you see the best skills of that sport really start to
yeah,
show. You know.
yeah. There seems like a, fever in the air. You know, Ugh, I
Yeah.
forgot they're called the fever. Never mind. I didn't say that. Go Mercury.
You don't have a favorite team. Yeah. You don't have a favorite team.
No, it's just it's funny because like I've been enjoying the WNBA for a while, and having to see the Indiana Fever so much on just because like they're a popular team now,
Yeah.
it hasn't soured it, but it used to be like a genuine, like you could get a really good conglomerate of like coverage of every team, and now it's
Yeah.
like,
Agreed.
yeah, my the algorithm's all fucked up. I would like to, I would love to see more content from, you know, teams that just don't even make it to the postseason, just, but that's not, I mean, like, I understand, like, popularity is going to get what popularity gets, but it's just, and I'm also not saying that new fans are ruining the sport. I think with new fans, these women will get paid more, and that's when people get paid more, they feel valued more, and I think they play better. And
That's a good point.
yeah, I think
That
that is,
actually, yeah, I feel like that has merit.
yeah, it's just, getting them the money is the hard part, right?
Yeah, they just gotta try to, the sport has to continue to grow. I mean, one thing about the NBA, they didn't just start making money. They always were innovating and like basketball came along and then the first big thing, at least to my mind, was like Showtime Lakers. That really made the sports experience like what it is today.
Yeah,
Like going and the excitement and getting food and like your seats and like drinks and like souvenir. That all started happening around that time. And then from there it just blew up into like what we see today. So the WNBA has to find ways to keep trying to innovate too, just like that. Like now they're talking about integrating the NBA with like international leagues. So you could be playing an international team in the playoffs like now. Or like
like a
not now,
Slovakian.
but put potentially, yeah. Hey, they
Okay.
ball.
Oh no, I've seen them.
That's where a lot of a lot of the best players in the league are foreign, bro. They're
Yeah,
from
I'm.
overseas. Like they
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's getting interesting, man. That's innovation though. They're like continuing to like further the game, so
yeah,
in different ways.
and I think the WNBA will get there. I think currently, the rest of the world doesn't value women in the same way that we do. Um, which is really funny because like the countries that do value like women in similar ways to us is like psychotic. Like Russia really values women in a sports aspect. It's like, which is very strange if you look at their other politics. Like, how did that come out? But like Eastern Europe really values women in sports, but are they're for the most part extremely conservative and don't like that integration when it comes to women and other women. So it's like,
All right, okay.
you know what I mean? Like they really like how do I, they like to they, they like to run their horses but keep their eyes shielded, if that makes sense. Like when you race
Okay,
horses,
yeah.
yeah, it's ah and like I and that's of course only coming from like my experience with women from those places, whether it be through wrestling or judo. Like that's very much how they they talk about it. You know, they would rather their female athletes not mingle with American women and still be like this separated, not necessarily subservient female class, but I don't know. It's interesting. I've the Eastern culture is very confusing to me. I've
Can be. I
yeah
get you.
yeah they and the way like it's positive, but it's just very for the people that speak to me about it in a positive way. I should say I don't know if I have the capability of fully understanding someone's nuance when they are speaking in their third language. That's what I'll go with. So I
Fair, fair.
yeah yeah. Or truthfully, if they'd be even capable of expressing that nuance in a different language. Because like I know I can't do that with Spanish, so
Yeah, same. Don't even don't even ask me.
oh yeah, I was sorry about this side note. I was listening to this podcast between these two Korean chefs, and they both grew up speaking Korean in their homes and talking about how like one of their biggest fears is like speaking Korean in front of people from Korea because like there's so much stigma like pronouncing something wrong or uh using an expression in the wrong way, and it's like, oh, I can completely relate.
Is this
Like,
due? So are they're here? They're here in the states.
yeah, so they grew up in the States, they're born in the States, but their parents were first generation, so their parents
So
almost learned English through speaking to them. So they almost exclusively grew up speaking Korean, but now have integrated almost English almost entirely into their lives. And so like they can still speak Korean in the way like I can speak Spanish in a kitchen, but that's a very different type of expression than speaking Korean in common parlance, and or like me speaking to like
If
you
you were in
know
the motherland of
my
that language.
yeah, my like if I spoke to my grandma in Spanish, like she goes, "Oh, like you're trying," like that's nice.
I get that face too when I speak in Spanish. They're just like, "That's cute. Wow, he's really trying to." They just pat me on the
Yeah,
shoulder and they're like, "Not bad." Um, but which is fine because I feel like my voice is very well. If you grew up in the States, I feel like 9 times out of 10, if you grew up here, your voice is very Americanized. So like I've heard this from like different friends of mine that are like Hispanic. They're like they'll go to like say Mexico or even like I don't know El Salvador or what have you, and they'll be talking like Spanish, but it's different, and like they can almost tell that they're
yeah,
from America, because of like just how it sounds. I think, and like you said, pronunciation of certain things definitely um clues them into that. I think.
yeah, yeah. Like people would know where my grandma was from by how she spoke Spanish. She was right outside of Juarez in El Paso, and hey, that
It's
northeastern Spanish apparently is really fucking weird. But
so
like,
it's funny how it could be recognized in like little regions around
oh yeah,
wherever. Like they're like,
bro,
oh, you must be from this part.
I took her to play dominoes at the senior center once, and like, there's this lady there, and they're both speaking the exact same Spanish. Bro, they're from the exact same place. They're from like they grew up 20 miles from each other. It's like, but it's like the there is like these very regional dialects of Spanish, and you know, I feel I'm a drunk child if I speak it. you
I don't
know?
even attempt. I don't want to embarrass myself, probably mostly, and and or disrespect the language, like just tearing this, butchering it. Like this is bad.
Yeah.
Why would you even just say you don't know? Stop trying.
Oh yeah. I mean,
No, but most people know I don't speak it when they look at me. They're like, yeah, he got that confused look on his face right now. So it's usually a dead giveaway. I usually be about to say I don't speak, and they like, we already know.
oof. yeah, yeah.
Do you
Like
think sign language is like mostly universal? Like follow
hey,
me and like this could be understood anywhere,
yeah,
kind of
for
shit.
real.
So you know,
That's hey, I'm not gonna lie. Sign language just saved my ass in the kitchen. like for real. Like just like because like let's say like I did sign language in college. It's really nice to have that skill when you're working with autistic children. Some of them are nonverbal, um, but they usually have enough motor control to do simple signs. Um, you don't need to do finger spelling or anything like that, and they probably won't, but they can do like hungry. I need quiet. I'm in pain. Like those are all things that like can be easily taught.
that
But
makes sense, and that's important for them to be able to communicate that too, like
yeah,
to somebody if they, especially like if they're nonverbal.
right. So like American Sign Language is entirely set up for like an easy like growth experience through the mindset of the language. So like super simple things are like super direct and like almost like obviously eat, hungry, something to go in my mouth. Like, I mean, that's so simple.
No
Like,
matter where you're from, you're gonna understand that because we all eat the same way.
exactly. So, like, there's all these ideas of, like, you know, what is a universal way to think about something, you know?
Yeah,
Like, obviously, well, there's lots of things this could be, but, you do this, like, okay, you want that something chopped. It's like, yeah, Korean chef that I'm working for, he doesn't speak enough English at the moment to want to yell at me, so he just goes,
we're not there yet.
yeah, yeah. It's like, okay, great. Which one? And then he just holds it up from across. He needs 10 pounds more of carrots. I better get on that. It's like there's
It's like a
these,
super easy, simple game of charades, kind of. They're like, oh, chop, like chop. Talking about, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of
yes,
like, but that makes
super
sense. It's easy to grasp, right? No matter the mind or the the origin, like where you're from, what your capabilities are, communication wise. Random too. Another kind of what the fuck moment or question issue. Since you touched on autism, which I
Oh
know a
shit,
couple
yeah.
people that
I knew
have
there were
autistic kids. They're
I
really
knew I
good
was getting
parents.
there, bro.
Oh, are you okay? Go. Where are you going?
Yes. No, no, like I completely forgot that that's how I started the story and that's how I wanted to end it. I'm so glad you made that connection
Oh,
because
okay. I stole the light. Huh? You're like this. He just said my idea. Believe
no,
this.
no, because I completely got distracted with sign language because like that was something that like I wasn't going to talk about too much. I was going to jump right from the autism into the
You know,
the autism.
right?
Yeah, I think the US in general has to have uh, a revelation on what we consider in need of something. I
Okay.
I am not an anti-vaxxer. We'll start there. We'll start there. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I did. I was born in a state that does not vaccinate in the same way as other states. There's a lot smaller protocol. Now, you still have to have your shots by the time you go to school, but they don't have to be done as a baby.
Interesting.
Like,
Because I
I
mean, I
mean,
feel like that would be the most important time.
well, no, like there's certain ones that you do get done as a baby, but like, you know, you don't need all of them done
Oh, right,
before,
right.
like, before you leave the hospital for the first time. Like the reasoning that they give for like doing them all really early right away is like, well, a lot of people don't bring their kids back to the doctor because it costs so much. Okay, well maybe that's more of an issue. Maybe we should tackle that side of the issue instead of potentially damaging young children. I mean, like I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Agreed.
But I mean, like I'm not even saying like avoid some vaccines, like, but I mean, maybe don't do them all at once. You don't like you wouldn't run a whole marathon as a child.
Yeah, it's kind of like overwhelming the immune system, right? Doesn't
Right.
seem. I'm not a
And
doctor, I'm not a medical professional, but I do have a brain, and it's telling me that it seems like you're just over, like you said, with their age being so young. Like, yeah, it's overwhelming to, right? Doesn't that just feel like it makes sense? Like
yeah, I mean, like,
you're overwhelming their immune
yeah.
system.
And if you have vaccines that work on different functions, it's not like we're all getting taken care of by just one aspect of fighting a sickness. There's also all of them are being activated at the same time. Like, that's not that you don't do full body workouts every day.
And what in what situation are you catching that many diseases and or viruses at the same time?
Right.
You're not
Like,
gonna catch like the flu, pneumonia, measles, like your body that would never happen to you. Like if I mean it
well, I mean,
maybe
it
in like some rare condition, but you know what I mean? Like it's usually you something can develop into something else, but like giving someone that many different even like pieces of the virus, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, that wouldn't even really happen to you realistically. So why would you subject the body
right.
to something that isn't naturally like occurring, like you couldn't even get sick like that. So I'm gonna make you sick like this and it should build up your immune system, hopefully,
Right. And the only reason we do it is because of a prohibited cost of continuing to go get health care. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm one of those people, man. I don't know how everyone feels about this, but I think healthcare should just be something we just get. Like it should be, if not like universally free, because I understand like certain things, like somebody's got to get like some revenue some kind of way, but like it should be a minimal thing. Like that should be something that's not even on the table to be discussed. I feel like
I mean,
as a
it's all
country, because it's like why bottom line, you got to keep your people. I would want to keep my people healthy and smart. That's the only way we're gonna advance. Like as a
yeah.
civilization. If you just, like again, simple to me, very simple. Like
No, I mean,
people would thrive.
I completely agree. Like, we have we have a government agency that controls price gouging on water and electricity. Like, these are utilities. Like, we treat them in a certain way. Like, we could just treat healthcare as utilities. But
I mean, even that,
who who
honestly,
who, who
even
would
that
lose
would be a
who
little
would
more
lose
fair.
the most money though? Who would lose the most money? The insurance companies.
Insurance companies,
Yeah. So, I
because they
mean, like,
make the most and they're out for more.
yeah. So, like, what are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna kill more CEOs of insurance companies? I mean, like,
Long term, I don't think that'll work out. No,
nah, I mean, yeah. Long term, it's
it's a dead
same with
end.
like, people buying, like, the companies that are buying houses in mass, like, in areas, and completely destroying the market.
Buying up all the
Like,
farmland too. I
yeah,
don't know if
it's
you
like,
had like read about them. I'm like,
oh
does
yeah,
anyone notice this? I'm like, I was reading about it. I was like, this is low key. Something's happening. There's stirrings going on.
yeah,
Definitely a what the fuck. Like, I'm like, I don't know if people notice this or not. Or like, and I do understand like to a degree. Don't get me wrong. Like everyone's busy in their own life. You're too busy just trying to fucking make it, pay your bills, pay your house. Take care of your family, whatever you got to do. But I think part of taking care of your family is you do got to kind of pay attention to these things so you can know where we're headed, so you can adjust like appropriately. Cause like, yeah, it's just getting weird. And then
yeah,
jumping back to the autism thing, they were saying now Tylenol
yeah.
cause they want to.
I
I know
mean,
the Tylenol CEO going crazy right now. He's probably like, "What? What?" Out of nowhere, they said
yeah,
that on TV. He's sitting there like, "What did he just say? Did he just say Tylenol causes for pregnant women not to take Tylenol, which is like one of the only things they can take when they are in pain or like having a fever, which is potentially damaging to the baby. So they need to
yep,
break the fever with the Tylenol." So I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
yep,
And a lot of these guys, it wasn't my issue. My issue with like what was said is like Trump came out and said it, not like a health professional with credentials and came out and said, "Hey, like based on such and such study, we're finding that it's highly possible." It's just him coming out saying it, and I'm like, well, what? I don't know. It's just it doesn't make sense. You usually have the accredited person come out and say it. You're there representing him and stuff, but the way they do shit, I'm like, I don't believe that. That's just weird.
yeah. I
And obviously, like I said, I'm not a professional. I don't know like the numbers necessarily, but I feel like this would have came. How long's Tylenol been around? I feel like this would have came up.
I mean, yeah. Who owns Tylenol? Is that Bayer?
That's a good question. Let me try to take a look. Who owns Tylenol? About to learn something too.
Is that Hilton? Okay, so Johnson and
Kenvu, a
Johnson.
health. Oh, it's Kenvu. They were spun off from Johnson and Johnson in 2023.
Okay, okay. So current lawsuits against Johnson and Johnson.
Probably a bunch of them. But yeah, I mean, Tylenol's been around for like a long time. So I feel like there's just not a lot of merit to it. I don't know the specific numbers. I could look at them, but I don't feel like I need to. I feel like this would have been autism would have been more prominent than it already is at this point. It would have been like further along if it was literally caused to like link or linked to causing.
Yeah. How old is Tylenol?
Tylenol is 70 years old.
Okay.
Introduced in 1955.
Okay. Okay. So
Originally, it was marketed as a safer alternative to aspirin for kids. So it was like
interesting.
for kids initially. So I feel like, I'm not saying like by all means, I'm not saying the pharmaceutical companies can't get it wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in this case, like, I don't think
Okay. So here's what I'm seeing. Currently against Johnson and Johnson, there's 62,000 lawsuits for them causing ovarian cancer. There are
interesting.
mesothelioma claims that are going to seemingly they're trying to do a similar this is the talcum powder that was it caused cancer in a bunch of people's ovaries. They're claiming that breathing it in caused mesothelioma, which is true because it was causing cancer in the ovaries. Their bankruptcy was rejected
That's
April
not good.
April 1st of this year. So like when I see this, like this is like my psychotic brain, right? So I feel like this is a government execution of a company.
Oh, heavily. I'm glad you took it there because I was gonna get to that.
Like,
Literally, this is that's what's happening, bro.
yeah,
This is how
like,
you and what a way to do it, or at
like
least
I,
throw a fucking big ass fork in the road. Like,
because like if we think about it more, Johnson and Johnson failed on the COVID vaccine for Trump. They really dropped the ball. If like is that it, or is that something that is in my head that's a lie? You know,
no,
like
you're accurate, and they had to create that spinoff company, Kenvu, who owns Tylenol now, to like, because if Johnson and Johnson's attached to it now, they were trying to step out of the. They're like, let me step back and
yeah,
make another company, spin different name. They own it, so no one, unless you dig, you might not know that Johnson Johnson is actually a spinoff, or Kenuvu is the spinoff from them. So yeah,
right. I think like but that's exactly like of course I would like glom off part of me to try to save it because I know this psycho is coming after me because we didn't do a good enough job on his insane ask of, cure this disease that we knew was coming. like
yeah,
like I like because it was Trump's courts that blocked them filing bankruptcy. That happened this year in April. Like,
which was just not that long ago,
right.
like
So
4 months ago.
in June 2024, a different settlement was finished for misleading consumers about the safety of talc. This isn't even them causing cancer. $700 million.
Damn, 700 million.
Right. So
Yo,
that's just for not having proper safety on the talcum, like the baby powder stuff. So that means this company is going to get hit for probably more than 70 million this time because everyone uses Tylenol, not just half of the country using baby powder, half the country using baby powder, which is women for ovary stuff. But like, you know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, damn. Yeah, I think cause there's just no real evidence to back up what he's claiming either. Like most studies show that there's no like soundbite answer to what like causes autism. Like, well, you're never gonna really be able to be like it's this. They say it's like it could be different environmental factors like during pregnancy. It could be they don't know if it's based
Or
on certain like genetic DNA strand. They're like we can't really narrow it down. So
yeah,
they can't say.
yeah. I think that, but like, I think that's the issue. There's so many things. If
And
it
maybe
like,
like I don't know if we could. Sometimes I think we always feel like we could cure or prevent everything. Like if we just like study it enough. But sometimes I'm like, some things are gonna happen. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm
yeah,
not saying it's cool, but I'm just like, unfortunately, like we found out it rains. We discovered what rain was, how it works, what happens. But can we stop it from raining? Like, no. If it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. We gotta all technology and shit we have. We gotta pretty much deal with it. So I'm not saying deal with it either. That's messed up. I'm not trying to say like don't pursue a cure, but sometimes I feel like they're looking at the wrong answers out of desperation to try to find it, and not even in this case. I feel like you said it's more of a distraction. It's definitely,
Yeah.
it seems out of left field too. Like, I don't know.
But see, like this is what I mean. Is it out of left field? Like this dude carries a grudge like no other. Obama said he wasn't going to be president, and like you literally saw him like crunch up his fucking hands and go, "Arr," and then bought his way into the presidency. Like there is a chance that he is just trying to take this company down because they screwed him. I don't know how much
Yeah,
I don't know how much money they got for the. Ooh, give me a second. I will find out. How much money did Johnson and Johnson get for their vaccine?
yeah, I agree with you. I think that's what it is. Kind of like the execution of people that, or not even people, but like companies and stuff that like anyone that went against or didn't come through. See, and another reason, like, I feel they're doing this too is like he's doing all these cuts, right? Like from like programs and stuff. So they want to cut the amount of research done on autism and like curing it and like just all the research that's going into it. So I feel like they trying to come out and just be like, yeah, Tylenol basically is what's causing it. Just stop taking it. And then we can cut the research on this and it should be like, okay. And I'm like, doesn't really make sense. It's not really like a sound solution, at least to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's. I think there's. Okay, we'll get back to autism in a second because I think there's two. I think there's two major types of autism. One being genetic and one being um like a brain poisoning, if that makes sense. But the U.S. paid $1 billion to Johnson and Johnson, and they fucked up the vaccine. I I can see this petty man being extremely petty over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then he had
I,
to take all the fucking heat of us being like, doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, and just think of all the people that died though, legit from
oh
COVID.
yeah.
Like
Oh yeah. I'm like because
crazy amount of people, bro.
he's never apologized for fucking this up. Of course not. No one. No, but
He
like,
was saying to like drink bleach and fucking, oh, we could just hit the body with some kind of special ultraviolet light, or he was saying some
yo,
crazy shit,
yo,
bro. I can't remember.
the light is real, bro. I like this. I got so mad about this. They can literally run your blood through a machine, cycle the entirety of the blood in your body through a machine that cleans your blood with ultraviolet light. It is so cool. It is so cool.
Well, would it have? That is interesting.
No,
Would it have worked
there's
for
no,
COVID though?
no. There's no evidence that it would work for COVID.
Okay. Well, that was what, like, I was just
Right.
like, well, does that work? Like, it's in your lungs too. Like, how are you gonna? But
Yeah. No. That's
just the bullshit things he was throwing out. Like, you're not
right.
even really trying to like fix this. But interesting with the UV light.
Yeah. Because like, what's the worst part is like, I know he just fucking like read like the headlines of like cool science stuff that cleans blood, like, because
He's
like,
like, I got it.
yeah, because it like,
Fire the health department. We don't even need them anymore. CDC gone. I could just.
yeah, I read a headline, guys. I got it.
And
But
does anyone find it weird? It's just him saying the stuff. Like usually you have, oh, this is the head of this, I don't know, department program comes
yo,
out and says, yes, we have found blah blah blah. You know.
so I listened to a conspiracy theorist on this because like I agreed, like that it is weird. But so there's this whole conspiracy theory around like he let Dr. Fauci speak at the beginning of COVID, and it was like crazy bullshit. And he was then credited with saying that crazy bullshit because Fauci was the one that was in the middle of the speech. And so the conspiracy theory is like, oh, he'll never let that happen again. He's always gonna. It's like, well, he keeps saying dumb stuff though. Like that's like, you can't say, oh no, I'm going to protect everyone from the stuff that could potentially be dumb, being a dumb person. And like, I don't know, very disappointing as a whole, as of late.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't make sense. And then I don't think he like really trusts the people in positions that give you your advisors and like um I don't know, what have you, like head of intelligence. And not that I even agree with all those people, but it's at the end of the day, it's just like what he thinks
Yeah, yeah,
versus like, you know, take what these people tell you to a degree like under consideration, you know? I think it's pretty much all his cronies in there now, but even before he would just like brush off things the FBI were saying, are they lying? Climate change is a hoax, whole science field is telling you.
that one's hard for
But
me. That one's hard for me because like, uh, I believe that humans are much more insignificant than they think. But you know,
well, in the grand scheme, I could like agree with that for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Um,
Like people kind of say like, "Oh, save the planet, climate change." I'm like, "Well, no. You
but
mean
like,
save us?" Cuz I'm like the
yeah, yeah.
planet has been through so many like apocalypse, if you will.
Yo,
It's like a giant reset.
we know that the planet at one time had like triple the CO2. It was like the planet had like they call it the megafauna era or megaflora
Yes.
era. Like things, plants were doing the best.
Yeah, the planet's going to go on and on and on.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
we will die off if we don't get this shit figured out. But like that's why I was like, well, you should be. I always laugh because I was like, they say save the planet. I'm like, you mean save the human race is like, or something along those lines is what you should be
yeah.
saying. The
I mean,
verse is
and
save the. I'm like, the planet's going to be, we'll die off. The planet's just
yeah,
going to keep going. Some
yeah,
new shit's going to come along. It always does. If you look back in history, like
yeah,
the planet was always doing its thing. Life came and went.
yeah. I I don't know. And you know what? I feel like Mother Earth is alive, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like Mother Earth occasionally will release more CO2 into our atmosphere from a volcano than we could ever dream of. Why? Because Mother Earth fucking wants it.
Right. I think it does what it adjusts to like, but I
Yeah.
do believe we have a big enough of what they say, like quote unquote carbon footprint to like change the atmosphere to where planet's doing fine, but we can't survive. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like going to another planet. Like that planet's doing fine, even if it's barren or you know what I mean. Like it's
Mhm.
functioning, but oh, we can't be. There's no oxygen. Like yeah, well, the atmosphere has been created there or came about to where, yeah, we can't survive like with what we're accustomed to, how our bodies function. Like, yeah, we destroyed existing environmental standards or like parameters on the mother nature scale. Like, oh well, you fucked with it enough to where like, yeah, you tipped it out of balance, and it is alive and it reacts to shit. And it might not always benefit us how it reacts to us doing things, pumping shit into the air, not giving a fuck, cutting down, huge sections of like forest and shit that actually provide shit to the earth. Like you're saying, it's alive. So it's like, well, if we're just cutting off a leg here and a hand there, yeah, it's gonna fucking look different. Like, yeah, it's not the same, it's still going, but
Yeah.
so I would say, yeah, like it's about saving us. If it should be the goal, not the planet. Like the planet
Yeah.
is
And and
obsolete.
and
It's gonna do what it's gonna do.
and if your argument is, we got to save the world, I think you need to reestablish that you think you're more important than you are with the global warming stuff. If
Well,
no, I mean, like, if you really think that saving the world means saving the world, then you as a human are fine to die.
I feel like it's too much to be like save the world. Like I mean,
Oh, bro,
am I
I
for that? Like,
yeah,
sure, like people living. I mean, you know what I mean. But like, I don't have time to save the world. I mean, you do what good you can while you're here
uh,
in your realm of or your radius of like that you can affect. I would say, but I can't take on all the world's problems. I don't have enough time. My life is only, I mean, as long as it's gonna be, which at the very most isn't that long. So it's like to me, I agree to a point. Like save the world is like you do what you can within your radius of effect, where it could be felt, of course, and then that's it. You focus on what you're trying to do. Because I'm like,
yeah, yeah,
you got it.
I yeah, I who's that little girl that doesn't
Greta
fly?
or
Yeah, 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 and
Greta.
she doesn't fly on planes. Like, she's really dedicated to the cause, like, of not, like, polluting our atmosphere so much that she'll, like, ride a boat everywhere. Like, that's what's up. Like, like
I could, or you could respect that commitment, huh?
yeah, I can respect that commitment.
With most things, because people don't show that kind of commitment to like anything really, like an ideal or belief. Like, we're humans are. A lot of people, they're gonna take the plane ride. They're not gonna be like, I'm not. Well, I'm gonna fly on a
Yeah,
plane still. Like, she's like sailing around the world instead of fly. You know what I mean? Like,
almost dying.
literally, like she's old. So I was like, she's acting like it's back in the like way back when they didn't have plane. It was just like, well, we're gonna have to sail there and
Yeah,
then ride horseback the rest of the way. Like that shit. You got to respect it though. A lot of people wouldn't do that. A large percentage of people wouldn't do that
right, right.
for anything.
Okay, so back to autism real quick. So
Yeah, yeah.
there's this so it's known as regressive autism. It does not
Regressive. Okay.
appear it does not appear right away. And this is one of the ways that we understand that are there is a toxic way that you can gain autism. Now,
Okay. Wow. I've never heard that before. Interesting.
so Google is being a real piece of shit.
It does that.
And, like, I'm trying to get a list of the known thing, and they're making it hard.
Oh, it's not showing you?
It's being a real pain in the butt. But oh my god, I feel like an idiot reading.
I feel like it has to do something like genetically, maybe like something.
So
Maybe
yes,
not
so
fully, but
that's what I was trying to talk about. There are I feel like there are two, right? There are two big divisions in autism.
Mhm.
And I think it's both of like brain structure essentially. So for some reason, I think there are some genetic traits that we call autism, and I think that's okay with how we understand that it is a different way the brain works. But like it's a genetic factor, like my father had autism, me and all my brothers have been tested and show very, very high signs, if not blaring red flags of autism.
you could
It's
be
it's
one of
it's
the
it
people that
yeah, it's very obvious that like, oh no, like literally all of our brains work like my father's and my mother's, who both, either had autism or tested high for it. Like all of
right.
our like the logic system that our brains use is all the same. Now, there lots of people think in completely different ways than me. And it's just and they always have. It's not how they were taught, it's not how it's just like naturally the brain patterns are different. I think that's one type of the autism.
Okay.
So the other one,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
the other one is like the toxicity to the brain and it having to find new pathways or shut off different pathways. So pesticides, classic, obviously it kills insects, probably not good. Heavy metals, mercury, lead. It doesn't say
For
aluminum
sh-
there, but
for sure, mercury
aluminum,
that causes all kinds of shit, bro. More shit we probably ain't even figured out yet.
right? And because like, and obviously we shouldn't be, like they like these aspects of the world like are separated from us, like, and we can process them, but too much is obviously, bad.
Yeah.
But some of the biggest things that people have noticed about autism is diabetes. Guess what? Might be the number one reason for autism. Is
What? Like, so is it? Would that be? Is that causes it in the person with autism, or it could be passed?
oh no, like
Um,
when a parent is uh
Diabetic.
yes, like that can be a reason
Wow,
for the child to have autism. High blood pressure too.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like these are all things that we have we know could cause an issue. I'm not saying
Man, so
it's
it's almost like a roll of the dice. It feels like you just gotta try to be
right,
perfectly healthy while you're pregnant. Good luck.
right. I think there's a genuine chance that Tylenol could lead to a risk of autism. I because there's just so many things that do. It's like literally just a list of stuff. And it's like, okay, so is this just a situation where they didn't have it written on the bottle and they should have? Like, there is a 1 in 10,000 chance that this could contribute to your child having autism because a lack of vitamin D contributes to autism.
Yeah. I mean, is it kind of like one of those things where you know how like almost pretty much any building you go to is like, there's chemicals in this building found to the state of California to cause
Right, right.
cancer, and so like you still walking in, and it's just like,
Yeah.
I
Like,
don't know, I don't have cancer, so it's just like, or any asbestos, so it's like, well, are you just putting that to like clear yourself in case like someone gets something and they trace it back to the building? And they're
I think,
like, these
I mean,
walls were built, in this time and it gave me this. So I'm like,
I think it's more for the workers, by the way, because they're constantly being exposed to the environment. So they can't,
fair, like at the factory for like bottling it and packaging.
yeah. I think it's a way that those companies are saving themselves from getting sued by who should be suing them, which is their workers. But that's exactly what I'm talking about.
It
Like,
gets tough, like with a thing like autism, and it could cause, because like it's like you said, it's so kind of vast, things that could
right,
contribute. So it's
right.
like, hey, you take this at your own risk, is what I just want to put on a fucking label if I'm a company to a degree. Like, honestly, it's, I feel like the way they came out and said it was just a little bit like, well, like just show us something that kind of points to that, versus like the way they did it kind of hints at what you said, almost like, is he just trying to like take them out or deal them a really big blow so it affects, I don't know, their revenue. You hit them where it hurts the pocket if it's a drug company like that. So how do you do that? This is one way.
Yeah. And like this opens a pathway to sue that company.
Yep. He's suing he's already got like 100 million in lawsuits from like Wall Street Journal, I think
Yeah.
Paramount or someone. He's already won 100 million. He has, so I think it's just, yeah, he's just going around hitting everyone that,
That
I
might have
forget
even
which
done him
company
dirty.
too. He wanted an apology from one company and they didn't.
Oh, I
They
wonder.
paid the money because they had to, I guess, court order, but they're like, I'm not apologizing. Like, we're not sorry that we did whatever they did. They're like, we ain't sorry. Fuck that. So I mean, I get it, but yeah, I think he's just trying to cash out, and like you said, it opens it up for him to sue, and who knows, it could just be, because the way they went about it, I feel like it's just, and
Crazy,
also
right?
they want to cut. This is a fact. They want to cut autism research, like the money that's going to that. He wants to cut all that. So I'm like,
I mean, that's
is this
crazy.
your fix? Like, oh, I found out Tylenol caused it or is heavily linked to it, and I'm gonna cut research now because we don't really need to keep looking into that. I feel like, or something. I'm like, is that the angle he's taking, or like, what the fuck?
I mean, I I can't. I wish I wish I could understand the thought process. I wish. I wish I could understand.
Like, agreed.
Like
Like, I want
because
to see the day to day of him. I just wish I could be a fly on the wall watching, like, what in these backroom meetings, like, what is he like? What's going on? What is this dude really like? Like, what's his intellect level? Because I feel like we don't really know. He plays to the camera, so I'm like, is
yeah,
he really that dumb? Like, is he really that dumb, or is he just like he's smart and he's like, I just play dumb out there, so like,
because
I
it
don't know. You know what
works.
I mean? Like, I'm like,
I mean,
yeah, because it works, and I can get away with it if I just act blatantly dumb and like he's a douchebag. Let's be real, like,
yeah,
and like,
the dumb blonde
but
is one of the most powerful archetypes that is a complete lie. Like, and I really do think he is hiding behind it as hard as he can. Like, it's psychotic. Like, there's
he's got to be, man, because I don't understand how someone of the intelligence level that he shows makes it to that point where he's at. I'm like, that's honestly embarrassing. The fact I was like, if he's really that, and it like he got to where he was elected, I'm like, we need to really go back to the drawing board because like, how did this even happen? That's also my whole point. Previously, I was like, I don't even get how any of this shit is happening. It seems like a crazy show you're watching.
yeah,
I'm like, this is really all going on, and like, there's so many like point of this episode, so many different things happening at the same time that are, if you look at it, it could really mean something. Like things might be in motion, that are I'm sure you caught wind of the Jimmy Kimmel thing with the him getting taken off the air for like what he had said about the Charlie
bro,
Kirk shooting and the.
bro,
I'm like,
what?
people have literally said worse things on TV,
And also, he
and
didn't
he
even
didn't
miss a
say anything
show.
bad in my opinion.
He didn't miss a show. I don't want to talk about it. He didn't miss a show. He didn't lose any money.
Fair, that is fair point. He didn't miss his like scheduled.
Bro, there's people
But my
getting
thing too was,
fired from their jobs, like actually fired. Like, I think
eh,
Jimmy Kimmel's such a huge pussy because he has never been supportive of other people when they got canceled. And
I'm
he
a
threw
lot of them are like that, bro.
yeah, bro, he threw Roseanne under the bus so hard. And it's like, guess
Yeah,
what? Valerie Jarrett is half Jewish and looks exactly like this half Jewish woman in this movie. What do we want? Like I understand the like audacity of what like, but comedians are allowed to joke, you know. Obviously, he shouldn't have been taken off the television. Obviously, but like,
I didn't see the big deal with what he said. I was like, he didn't say something that was like,
no, that was fucking nothing. It
I
was
was like, he
nothing.
didn't. They played the clip. I was like,
When's it
what did
coming?
he say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
literally
did you
watched it
bleep it out,
twice. Like, I think I missed it. Yeah, I was like, I must have missed it. Like,
bro?
so I was just like, I don't understand the big deal where it's like Disney's cutting it and now I don't know. I was just like, well, what happened? Like, I don't even get. It's crazy, and like my
I
thing is
I
like,
bet I bet you it's Disney folded because they're trying to through ESPN they're trying to buy somebody. Who was it? And Trump has to approve it.
I
Oh,
do think is something like that.
the NFL network? Is that them? Would
Oh
that
man,
mean
the
would
NFL
that mean they have control over the entirety of the distribution of the NFL?
bankrolling.
So
That's crazy.
right, so that started 1 month ago, and
And
so
see, it didn't help with Trump coming out saying like, um, that if he's like, all these shows do is they hit Trump, and they can't do that. And then with that happening, like almost like a chain reaction, it just seems
Yeah,
like you're like, well, it's obvious, like that you leaned on, you know,
yeah,
these
but see,
companies.
but that's what I'm talking about. Nobody's going to talk about. I guarantee you, Disney is going to funnel money, or ABC is going to funnel money because Disney owns ABC, right? So
Oh yeah,
like somebody is going to funnel money somewhere to grease this because that's essentially like what he's doing, right? He's leaning on him to say, well, you want to do this,
yeah,
and
money
like,
talks in this game, bro.
but what's crazy is like I feel like this has been going on forever. Like like this
I
is
100% agree. It's just a cycle of like
and like I truthfully
more
feel,
corruption.
yeah, I truthfully feel like he's the worst at it, and like and that's why it's so out in the open.
It's the blatantly of it. Like, bro, at least try to look professional. I don't know, like something. Look like you give a shit. I don't know. It's a hard fix with all this shit, man. Because at this point, like you said, it's been going on so long.
Yeah,
Just the leadership of the entire. You know what's something I find weird? So, like, if you're hiring, right, a lot of these companies are hiring, they don't want to hire someone that's 60, 70, even 80 years old, right? Because it's an old person. Why would I? But all of the leadership of the country is like that age, bro. They're all like in their fucking 50s, 60. I'm like, that makes no sense. If these people you claim are not like, I don't know, coherent enough or young enough to work, like, how could you take the stress of being in, much less the presidency of all seats, but like even a senator, congressperson, like, there's a lot coming across your desk every day, all the time. People, citizens want to talk to you and yell at you about some shit that got can't, you know what I mean? I don't know.
yeah,
All the stuff they got to do. So I'm like, why are all these people, oh, they've been in their seats for like 30 years. I'm like, we need to fucking rinse that shit out. Get some
yeah,
younger, like, it's not all about youth, but like people that are closer to the street, closer to the action that really know.
yeah. I mean that's kind of has to happen, right? Kind of
Everyone's
has
senior
to.
citizens, bro, up there. They all
I mean,
got white hair. I'm like, are you serious?
that's why, but that's why they're so obsessed with like what they think will protect them as old people, you know? Like, get them out of there. I'm ready for them to die, and they're going to. They can't help it, right? But
Just taking forever. No, I'm just playing.
well, but it is, and why? It's because these people have like had that desire to live forever for so long. You know, there's
in that
this,
position.
yes, and they've been up there for like because there was a time where young people could get into office when they were young. You know, a lot of their adults had died or had become completely disillusioned with the government. You know, whether the 80s, the 90s, when these people were, you know, the young people getting into these positions of power, like all the old people were like, everything's a sham. You know, we just went through the Cold War. We don't want to deal with governments anymore. Like, the
Right.
politics of things is like what is sick about the world, and they all got out. But like this generation just kind of like covered their own ass and ran around in a circle, like
Yeah.
together. Yeah, it's
And they don't gotta in politics today. I feel like it's easy because you don't have to earn your spot with like actual ideas. You literally just have to disagree with the other side, and like you don't even gotta do shit. None of them either side. No one does anything. They just don't agree with the other side, and it's like, hey, and then you just beat out the other people running against you on your team. Like basically, whoever has the most money is gonna win the fucking primary or like the nomination, and then usually whoever has the most money wins the presidency too. That's how it works. And I
yeah.
always said they should give everyone certain amounts. Like you get like 500,000 for your campaign, and you get 500,000 for your campaign. There is no donation
Hey,
shit.
salary
And
cap.
bro, that way it's super even. It's about your ideas. Like, hey, you get this much TV time, you get this much TV time. So it's not like, well, he bought more commercials and was bought more exposure. Like, nah, straight up sack race. Like, it's gonna be who's better. Like, that's how you find out literally who's better. They gotta promote themselves and push that shit, not just buy up everything and all their connections and networks and backwards did like nah. And they should watch it. Like you can't use no money. Like they should be tracking the money somehow going in so they know, oh, well, they didn't use like double what they should have. I feel like that would weed out so much of the bullshit right there, easy. Like, well, half of the shit got solved because you said salary cap.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I know that I'm sure somebody's like screaming at us that like, no, that's how it is now, and that's a whole issue with super PACs. It's like, yeah, like we get it. We are limiting free speech by doing this on purpose. Like, this is like the one place that it might be okay to make everyone have a maximum and a minimum, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can make it fair so that the freedom of speech is not destroyed, but still, I don't have to list the 7 fucking Trump ads in a row.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's giving real freedom of speech because money, you could cheat your way. Like it's just too easy to cheat your way. Like you said, people be funneling money to different things from like this, like you hear about all the time, like misappropriating funds, like senators and should do like this was supposed to be going this $1 million to charity, but he pocketed it. He's taking
Yep.
trips with his like. So I'm like, it's too easy to cheat with money. I mean, they do get caught eventually, but a lot of people, I'm sure they don't. They're able to cover it up. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm
I mean,
like, yeah,
like,
those
the only reason that the mayor of New York currently is getting voted out is because a Democrat snitched that he was misappropriating funds. And why did that Democrat snitch? Because he didn't he started losing his temper about uh Texas shipping illegal immigrants to New York City. When
damn,
he
which is a whole nother crazy
I mean,
ass
yeah,
thing.
let's that's but like he broke what he said as a mayor. So yeah, they exposed what they knew he was doing. Like that's my issue. It was like, oh, you knew he was doing that and you weren't gonna say anything.
You just did because you got wanted to get back at him, or you got like you said, got upset. So it's like you were fine with letting this shit happen,
Yeah,
like
until he
which
wasn't
is
your guy.
literally,
Which I get it, but that's the issue with politics. That's exactly what we're trying to protect by having everyone have that set amount of time to spend. You know, like
yeah. And
I'm with you.
these seats, they're on their in their positions too long. Like I'd be like a year at the most. Then next year you got to run again.
Oh yeah.
Not the presidency, but say like senators and stuff like that. Like that way, you got a year. I better see some results, or when the voting shit comes back around, everyone's like, "Nah, shit's worse," or "This fool didn't do shit." it
Yeah.
puts pressure for them to perform versus like I'm in here for I don't know 5 6 years. I'm gonna chill for a while and then you got time to like you're basically buying probably your seat for the next term or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's like nah, put pressure on their ass to fucking perform. Almost like a job. Like at a job, if you're not cutting it, they fire your ass. It should literally be that fast a turnover. I feel like in a way.
Yeah.
Some people might say that's crazy, but I'm like, I bet you it might take a minute, but I bet you we get someone in there that fucking takes it serious because they're like, I see how fast they kicking motherfuckers out around. Like you could be fired. These cats don't get fired. They don't think like we have to think in the workplace and take
Oh
it as
no.
seriously and be there every day. And I can't get caught stealing and just buy my fucking way out of it or go through the courts and like work out some bullshit. Like, no. They find that out, I'm done. It's gonna be hard to get another job, blah, blah, blah. Like bring it down to our level. I was like, if they
Yeah.
made it like that, I guarantee you gonna see change. It
Yeah.
might take some time. Motherfuckers still gonna try to play to sit. Nah, you trash, get out. Fuck, you trash, get out. And then eventually, like, all right, the next motherfucker, like, if they run, they're gonna be serious because they're like, they don't bullshit no more.
Yeah.
But it's all super deep rooted. It was designed to, like you said, over time, designed to like keep people where they at because they
Yeah.
desperate to like stay alive forever or keep their family like how it just be like now his son runs the like is the senator of the so I'm like that's keeping it reminds me of old times when you want to keep the king like the bloodline of your family like
Yeah.
going so like I need an heir. It reminds me of that like old time shit like they're so desperate to keep their family in that line or that position that they don't care about like what they should be like what's actually best for like your constituents whoever they represent whatever state or whatever. um all that shit's lost, bro.
Yeah.
Randomly too, the founding fathers, weird issue, but I always think of this, they didn't even want political parties because they worried about the sides competing becoming the main goal versus like the betterment of the country. And literally I feel like that's the cycle you're talking about. It's just left versus right.
Yeah.
It's not about like with immigration, I really feel like both sides use it as a running platform. They don't fix the problem. They just use fixing it to run. And then whoever gets elected never really does anything about it. I mean, obviously, people will be like, Trump's doing something about it. But I'm like, I don't think that's the way you handle it. It's not an encouraging way to get people to. You expect people to really cooperate, like with what's going on. I'm like, that's just not gonna work. Like, it's not a smart approach, and I don't think that's
Yeah.
what we should represent as a country. Like, with all we say we stand for, I'm like, it's just not a good look. Like, I don't know. We should not be snatching people up like that. Like, make something encouraging for them to come and get their papers. How about that? And get these people legal, and then we're just stronger. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Bro, for real. Like, ah, it's the dumbest. Like, you know what's crazy? It is a Republican platform to give amnesty. Nixon did it. Like, I think it was. Oh fuck, that's gonna eat.
I mean, I've heard Bush say like he was for immigration. Like he didn't. Do we need reform and stuff? Yeah, you can't just have people coming in like crazy, but make something that works. No one's trying to fix the system. He's just like, go snatch up all these people. You're scaring the shit out of everybody. Um, they're off like they're flying off their handle. They're grabbing people that don't deserve to be picked up. People are getting shipped out without due process. It's crazy, bro. I like I can't believe it. And then
Not
they
Nixon,
reintroduced the
Reagan,
stop and oh, Reagan, that's right.
Reagan. I mix them up constantly, but like it, it's considered unsuccessful because of why? Because I don't know. I'm reading through
Well,
it.
I
Sounds
I
like
know.
because they didn't crack down on the border. I mean, sounds like I mean, it sounds like we knew exactly that was going to happen. But like, it sounds like a bunch of people. Okay, here we go. Here we go. The law granted amnesty to nearly 3 million illegals, yet was largely considered unsuccessful because the strict sanctions on employers were stripped out of the bill of passage. Strict sanctions. Oh, oh, you mean so they could hire him? Sounds pretty successful to me.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't get the problem.
Doesn't
Like,
doesn't sound like a negative to me. So all these people got amnesty and then were allowed to be hired. Sounds pretty nice.
legally,
Yeah,
and then no, I mean that sounds like the goal. Like
yeah,
what how did it not end, for who? Sounds like a win-win.
yeah. Like this is, but like this is what it could be. It could be we could give amnesty to everyone here. Hey, 6 months. If you're here in 6 months, you're a citizen. And after that, we're going to be going through this process. We don't want to hear it. This is our new process. You can learn it. But everyone that is not in that process, but is here, will be an American citizen. Oh, look, we just grew our population by 65 million overnight. We are now significantly further ahead in the GDP. We just stole 65 million citizens from other countries and made them ours.
Yep. And what I, it's
That's
crazy
a positive. That's
that
a huge positive. The greatest currency, the only currency of a country is people. We could
ooh,
have them all.
that's good. That's good. That's a
Bro,
quote right there.
but and it's true though. Like it sounds good because it's true. The more people you have, the more wealth you have, period. We already
And
have a lot of wealth. Let's
right?
have more. Yeah, it's and like, believe me, I understand the, oh well, now that wealth has to be split by 65. No, it doesn't, because they were already here. That's like, like it's, we just get to say, oh no, all that is here now. I don't,
Agreed.
there's no negative.
And more wealth can be generated from more people. Like,
Yes, wealth isn't finite.
and let's not forget, like, this we created this whole thing. Like, I, I feel like people just are so locked in, like, no, because then, like you said, we're gonna have to spread the wealth that's already, we're gonna lose out. And I'm like, no, we would generate, like, more would be created, and in more in abundance of people, it would happen naturally. Just like as the population grew before, that's what happened. We didn't run out of, we'd be dead already if that's how it worked with our population and how we consume shit. So I'm like,
Yeah,
we will accumulate more wealth as we grow. Like, it's not, like you said, a finite thing.
yeah,
It's infinite.
exactly.
Um, right? So yeah, I'm with you. Like, I'm like, and then you, like, immigrants contribute so much to the economy.
Well,
And
yeah,
what's
because
crazy is they don't,
they literally can't spend their money elsewhere. You can't. You
and they can't, and they don't benefit that much from, like, the social programs that they do have to pay into.
right.
Like, cause it gets argued like, well, they're getting all this stuff for like health. And I'm like, no, they don't have a social security number. You're not getting none of this. So I'm like, talk about contributing and not getting none. We talk about that all the time. I'm like, these people are literally living it.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm like, I'm just like you said, like, that will strengthen us. Like, well, and then sometimes I really think about who knows the minds that they're like snatching up and sending out of here. Like, you might have just sent someone out of here that would have went on to like invent or discover something that could like change. I don't know, you know,
Hmm.
if they could have went here and got like inside, and not that we're the best, because there's no evidence to show we're the best
No,
country in the world.
we
Like
are.
ranking
Fuck
wise,
that.
we are.
I
We
will argue all
incarcerate more
day.
of our people than anyone. Well, I just think on a
Still,
I just think on a grand scale, I'm like, I
no,
think in
I
certain
understand what you're
areas
saying
we're
though.
not. I just
Oh,
think I'm
right,
like,
right. Certain areas, no.
like part of how you were kind of saying like humans even saying they're they're like more significant than they
Hmm.
think. Same with us as a country. I'm like, yes, we are the leading world power, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
But we almost say it as if like we can't get better is the problem. Like we're
and
already
that's
acting like
that's that's the problem. You're right. That is the problem. We should be trying to grow. We should be intaking more people. We should be expanding spaces for them to live. There's nothing wrong. Like that's the basics of building a country. I think maybe you know
it's simple. I mean, it
I don't
gets
think
complicated, but
I don't think people want to see the U.S. succeed though. I don't think Republicans want to see the U.S. succeed. I don't think
I think
many.
it's just become about me or
Yeah,
like, you know,
yeah,
what they want and what they think. It's not about like, because part of it being a good leader is like considering what other people are saying, even if you don't always necessarily agree. It's not just what you think.
right.
Like just because you're president or whatever you are, leader, boss, it's not always just it's what I think because I'm the boss. It's like, well, you're not gonna get far like that. Eventually, you're gonna run into a wall that you can't climb, and if you don't start, like you said, opening up, letting other people in, getting different perspectives and viewpoints, different skill sets, what have you, you're stuck there and you'll stay there. And someone else that's willing to do those things will pass you by and continue on. So I agree with you. Like it's just growth.
Yeah,
No, what's this like the sayings you hear like, oh, a rising tide like lifts all boats. So it's like, whoa. But no one really on the grand scheme of it, leadership wise, like no one's thinking like that.
yeah, yeah.
It's just like hella polluted up there, bro. It's crazy to think that like, and I'm sure there are a few people trying to do the right thing in there, but they're just probably so heavily outnumbered, you know?
Yeah,
Maybe.
definitely. No, definitely. Like because you see like Senator Thomas Massey, right? He looks like he's being sucked dry by a vampire.
Right?
And it's
That's
like
true.
every time they like interview him or something, he's like, "God, I'm trying." And it's like, yeah, he's the one person that voted against it. Oh, he's the one person it's like that must be brutal.
Because they always show that too. They'll be like only two or one. It's always two or one person that like goes
Yeah.
against, say, their team or
Yeah,
party, I guess you could say.
sending tons of money to Ukraine, right? It's like, oh, we have no's from Massey and like two Democrats, and it's like they cut to their faces, and it's just like they look devastated, they look exhausted, and it's like, okay, well, they're clearly trying to like stand up for their morals and their ideals. It's like they're anti-war and they stand beside it. And it's like, oh, they're getting crushed. They're getting smothered
Alive.
constantly. Yeah,
And they're doing what they could do. Okay, when it comes my chance to put my vote on, I'll be like, nah. And like they, you know, maybe I've seen some of them, they speak out against it. They're like, hey, you know, they're like, I don't agree with this, blah, blah, blah. I'm voting no. And like you said, it's like one or two guys, and then they're just getting mowed into the ground.
yeah,
Like, I think right now they're talking about. I don't watch like too much news. I prefer to like read it and like kind of determine where I'm getting my info. But because there's so much. The internet's just like so much shit. But I did hear on the TV, my dad was watching something and they were talking about like the government shutting down because like neither side can agree. And I'm like, y'all ain't gonna be affected like that. Like there's people that will be affected if the government does like shut down, like job wise and stuff. And like it's just selfish that they can't fucking come to a decision in time.
Yeah,
I'm like, y'all should get kicked out for that. We should instantly have every time the government
bro,
shuts down,
for
we should have
real,
a re-election. We should have a re-election.
100%.
They be
All
scrambling to not let that, bro.
all of them. Ooh, I'm so with you. You
They gonna
failing?
shake hands. We got a deal. We got a deal. Okay, cool. Tell them we're good. Hey, we agreed. We
Yeah,
actually agreed on something. Cause I'm like, they have the luxury of doing this shit. That's the problem. Like I said, their seat time, both sides. I don't care what part, bro. The whole system, like they have too much time to sit up there and bullshit. It's been
for
designed
real.
for that. Meanwhile, there are people that are the government shuts down certain like non-essential employees. It's like the wild park employees. They just gotta go home. You ain't getting paid, so this shit. Hopefully it's not more than a week or it's gonna get interesting for you. Like so it's like and then ain't nothing worse too than you find like someone telling you you're non-essential.
Bro, for real. Like,
In a way, like, wait, what the fuck you mean I'm non-essential, motherfucker?
I thought that was one of the rudest things about COVID. Like, it's like, okay, well, I guess what? I make food for 200 to 300 people a day. How am I not essential?
Mhm.
I
And of
feed,
those 200 people, what do they might have super important jobs. So from then it's like a connection
yeah,
to me. Like
yeah,
if they're doctors, neurosurgeons, scientists, all that crazy shit that we
yeah,
need
bro.
that
That was
requires
for real. That's how the restaurant I worked for made most of their money. We provided a really good deal to hospitals to feed their staff. It's very symbiotic, you know. Like that's by the way, that's how modern restaurants survive. They find deals with local local places that like
like
are doing business every day. You know, like it just works so well. But
so yeah,
like
that
that,
constant turnover, yeah.
mhm. But like okay, well, where are they? Do their chefs like in the hospital? Are there still going to be chefs in the hospital? Turns out no. Turns out have to take my grandma to the hospital, and they're like, well, here's a Nutrigrain bar and a box of juice. And it's like, well, luckily
Oh,
she's
you're diabetic? Tough. No.
no, for real though. Like we're like, well, she can't drink this juice. Like it will spike her blood sugar, and that's like she's ancient and 72 pounds. Like you can't like give us this. Like at least bring back like a yogurt, like a sugar-free yogurt. Like like there was all these things that we had to ask for that were normally just taken care of because the kitchen sees where the food's going to, and they make it like they fill the tray accordingly. Like that's like one of the whole. But no, they sent them all home because they're not essential. Like crazy,
And that's
crazy.
what the chef and you guys would do is be like, okay, we need the sugar-free desserts, the regular, efficiency. You know what's needed, so they could just come and be like, hey, I need this, and you guys are like, here you go.
Yeah, because
So I agree with you on the
yeah,
as you look down the line, it's all essential because one thing leads to the next. It's just like with the team or even a company, like you said, like this hits this, which hits this, which hits this, which like
yeah,
fuels this and fuels and so on. Like, and it's crazy how complicated it's all became because like I feel like us discussing it, it's simple. And I'm not just saying like at this point it's simple because there's a lot of untwisting and shit that would have to happen and a lot of these like systems and stuff. But
oh, but it is
at the start,
simple.
at the starting point, like if you put the pressure on, like we were talking, it would fix itself fast. You see motherfuckers do a total 180 on their whole career. This dude's been this way his whole career. Put him in a hot seat. Like I said, government shutdown. Guess what? Re-elections coming up. They gonna be like, don't even let it shut down. And then they're automatically doing better because of that. I feel, so no, there's no pressure on them at that point. At that height, they have so much like ease and no pressure. That's why shit ain't getting done. And we're seeing this
Yeah.
like it's like a giant soap opera up there.
Yeah. Well, France had public executions. I'm not saying that that is the way to go, but it does change how the ruling class looks at what they consider the underclass. So it's hard when something works, you know. Just
That's
just
fair.
saying, just saying.
It just tends to lead to other where you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right,
No,
well
no,
now it's
I
getting
completely understand. I completely understand that it almost always leads to famine. But
you're like they go hand in hand for some reason.
yeah, maybe we just don't kill the farm owners this time. Maybe we just, maybe we just kill the government officials. Like they're not one and the same this time. Like there is a separation now. So like maybe it'll be different this
Telling you.
time.
Telling you. But yeah, like you were saying, they gotta go. A lot of these people gotta go. They've been there too long. I mean, if you've been in your seat for like 30 something years, I'm like, I don't know. It's a little outdated thinking.
Bro, if I have to hear fucking the ladybug, what's his name? Uh
The
damn.
ladybug?
Yeah, he's got so damn. Okay. Before I remember his name. So there's this gay prostitute that does this interview, right? Oh yeah, I've slept with XYZ. He's talking about he ends up talking about one particular Republican, right?
Oh damn.
One particular Republican.
Oh damn.
What's his name? Lady. I always call it. So anyway, he's saying like he 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 didn't end up having sex with this person because this person has a large amount of moles around their genitals, and he says, "Oh, don't mind those. Those are just my little ladybugs." And why can't I remember his name?
You better fuck up ladybugs for me. Damn.
I'm so sorry.
It's the most peaceful. Oh, like now I'm just like, the fuck? Bro, that is crazy.
Like I thought everyone knew that Marco Rubio was gay too. Like, you know,
I think I knew that. Did I know that? I think I knew that.
oh, there we go. Here we go. Yeah, Lady G.
My bro.
Now, here I'll send you this article. This okay. We don't want getting kicked out of an LGBTQ. Oh my God, making it. Google sucks today.
They're like, what is Google on? Did you hear about Europe building that drone wall to like take down enemy drones and like in their airspace? I thought that was a trip, bro, because I guess Russia had flown some drones over into their
Oh yeah,
air airspace and they closed like the airports because they got all tripped out. Like, what the fuck's going on? Then they were
yeah,
like, we're gonna start making a defense for those and building like a drone wall that can like I don't know. It's
bro.
gonna have all these defensive. Yeah, like just shoot
But
them down and like sense them.
who are they buying it from?
We know who they're buying it from. Literally, we're probably designing it from them for them.
Oh no, for real. Like we actually like 100%. Like that's one of the things that we've like been putting pressure on the EU for years. I really think Trump is just like the dude that I think they're all these presidents have been on the same team. Like we've wanted the EU to like contribute more and buy more arms from us. And now like what we've created this like the US created this emergency war with Russia over Ukraine and now suddenly Europe has to fold and bow to us and buy what they wouldn't for the past 50 years. That's you know, not necessarily.
Hey, war is profit. I believe war is all profit. So why not be fabricating?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Like I don't know. It's oh by the way, Lindsey Graham is whose name I could not remember. So
It
Lindsey
was
Graham.
Lindsey Graham.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't stand it. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
What the?
bro, I was literally I can always hear his voice saying "lay the mugs," and it fucking is a nightmare, complete nightmare.
I'm dead. That is what crazy. That's so funny. Yeah, yeah, bro. The fuck.
Yeah, I've got you if you want to read it. Um, man, what was? Oh yeah, so like this drone wall thing, right? Bro,
Yes.
I think Russia and the US have been hand in hand since the Cold War. I think the Cold War ended and they're like, "Wait, what are we doing? We both hate Europe. We can just we can just fuck Europe over for the infinity."
He
And
said
it
for infinity.
yeah, cuz like so all of Europe traditionally buys their oil from Russia or British British Petroleum, but that's like BP is mostly drilling on US soil, so we're essentially controlling the price of it. Whatever.
Right.
It doesn't matter much. But like so they either buy from us, the Saudis, which is also us, or the Brits, which is essentially us, or Russia. And then Russia, they start this war, right? And the EU's been buying gas and oil from them the entire time. And their fuel like literally if they just stopped buying it from Russia, Russia wouldn't make any money globally in the same way because like they sell cheaper to China and India than they do Europe. But
So you
here
could
they
instantly
instantly end it. But Europe can't do that. Europe can't do that because they just shut down one of like a bunch of their nuclear plants. So now they're dependent on this oil
damn.
at this low price from Russia, or they say no, we will actually bite the bullet and buy from the U.S. and we essentially sell at double the price.
Cause we're
because
Assholes
yeah,
like that.
oh yeah,
But like they got no choice. What you gonna do?
bro, for real though,
Well,
like
they do. Hey, they do us like that too. Okay, they do the citizens like that too. Europe, they do us like that.
yeah,
They do us
no, they
like that
do
with gas too. Like, what y'all gonna do? Not buy gas? No, it's
exactly.
$7. Enjoy.
Yeah,
Fuck.
bro. What's crazy is like I just hate to tell you, it doesn't have to be $7. I don't know what it is in California right now, but I filled up at $3 the other day, which is still crazy to me. Like coming from like
It's. I want to say it's like between 450 and 480. The cheapest place I find is this Arco right by my house, though. Legit.
yeah,
I think it was like 376 the other
that's what's
day. I was like, had to look twice. I was like, what the fuck?
fill up all the
I
cars.
don't. I was like, how are people at the gas station across the street? It's like four something. I was like, that's crazy. Who's across? There was people filling up across the street. I was tripping. Like, what the fuck is wrong with those people? Must be
Like,
rich. Not even care. I don't even look at the gas sign.
oh no, don't even. Did you ever? So when was that? That was like 2023. Like right when I started working. Um, or maybe it was a little bit before that. A little bit before I started working with you.
Uh-huh.
Like 2022, I think the gas was like 550 in Glendale or some shit. Bro, there's one spot on the corner, and it was the most expensive gallon of gas in the United States at the time. And so Glendale, like the Glendale News was down there interviewing people buying gas at this place, right? And it's all just like Beamers, Ferraris, just like pulling up. It's
They're
all
like, oh, is it? Looking at the gas
for
sign,
real,
don't even know
for
what the
real.
fuck.
This dude runs over to this white woman, Armenian white woman in like a white Porsche. She gets out, she starts filling up her car. He's like, "Oh, so why did you choose this gas station?" And she's like, "Well, I mean, why wouldn't I choose this gas station? It's like right down the street from my house. I'm about to get on the freeway. It's right here." He's like, "Yes, but it's actually $2 more expensive here than it is down the street. So you're putting a full tank in, it's going up. Why are you willing to pay so much?" And she looks over. She's like, I I've never even looked. And I was
She
just
has
like,
like a G Wagon. She's like, oh, look at that.
no, for real, bro. I was like,
The pump
someday.
stops. It's like $7,000 to fill that bitch. She's just like putting the pump back. Like, the mindset has to tell you something, Wilma. Because like,
No,
if you in my shoes, I'm like,
I'll put 10
keep
in.
driving.
I'll put 10 in.
Oh
I'll
my,
make it to the
bro.
next one because I know like 10 miles away there is one that is cheap. And it's
We
on
used
my
to
way to
joke
work.
about that. Like, where are you going to the next gas station, real quick from this one? Like, fuck,
Hey,
I
but
gotta make it to that cheaper gas station. It's hard out here, bro. I'm like, god damn.
yeah, that's been a long. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a long time. But I remember pushing my Honda Pilot through the intersection to get to the gas station that was 10 cents cheaper because you gotta.
Well, I remember being in my parents' van and that shit ran out of gas, and it's like a big van, so it was hard to push. Like, that shit
Yeah,
was heavy.
yeah. Did you have one of those
I
like
did it though.
conversion vans, or like the one with
No, I
the
was just
the ladder on the back, or one of the?
no. It did have a rack on the roof, but no ladder on the
Okay,
back. But
okay.
it had the double doors on both sides.
Oh
It's
yeah,
heavy ass van, bro.
yeah. Oh, for
One
real,
time
yeah.
it died too on a hill, and I was like, "Ain't no way I'm pushing this shit. It's gonna just run me over if I fucking try to." But when I ran out of gas, I was able to push it to the side a little, and I remember my dad was laughing like, "You don't know how to read the gas gauge?" I was like, "Wow." I was like, "I thought I could make it, but that van used to just drink the gas, bro." So
Yeah, I don't know. That's something I don't miss. I don't miss. driving like a kind of shitty car that's gonna all of a sudden be out of gas and like the gauge stuck or something like that, or that
I said I
sucks.
had a quarter of a tank.
Bro, my little brother's gauge just doesn't work on one of his cars.
Bro, I don't know how they. That's nothing scarier than that. Cause unless you know you just filled up and like I'm only go. How you know how much gas you have? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oof.
The
I
stress
think
level every time I'm driving, bro, would be
I think he fixed it.
crazy.
I think that was my brother.
He just has a rod he fucking puts in the tank and pulls it out. Like, I'm good. That's some shit I would do. Like, you cheap mother, fix the fucking gauge. Like,
Yeah.
you tracking
Oh
the mileage all close and shit on
no,
your
for real
odometer.
though. Man, what car was that? I feel crazy. I'm gonna have to text my brother. It's one of them. Oh, bro, guess what?
Oh, hit me. What happened?
I am not dying. Much to the surprise, much to the surprise of my doctors. Bro, they did my blood work and they're like, "What? Wow. Well, why do you think this is?" It's like, listen, I understand that your chart says that I should be dead, and
Yeah.
like, I understand I'm morbidly, disgustingly obese according to you, but like, we're different. We're different animals. Everybody's different. You gotta accept that I am not your tiny, sickly Jewish self. Like I'm very like there's something different. We're completely different species in the sense of how our bodies are laid out. Just say I was treated insanely by these people. They I swear to God, they've never seen a big person. I,
Which is
bro,
crazy.
crazy. But bro, it's like, yeah, no wonder they like, I'm learning so much about the East Coast. Like, I'm learning so much. These people out here like genuinely hate black. Like, and
Uh,
it's because
Ain't the only place.
well, I know, but like, it's very different from California. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like,
And you're seeing it. You're like, I'm
yeah,
noticing it. Like,
like yeah, that's what's weird. Like like I've had to drive through very horrible places in California. You know, the edges of Elk Grove, Yolo County, Lodi. Like those the Stockton. Stockton's vicious, viciously racist area.
forbidden.
I mean, yeah, but like, bro, it's just like it's a whole different type of real race. Like I feel like on the West Coast it is we don't want to be around you because you're different from us. Whereas on the East Coast, it is you are not human beings. That's
So it's like a step more.
it's a little yeah it's more it's just like a little bit more. It's weird. It's weird.
That is weird. Because anytime you're confronted with that, I feel like minority or not, like just if you're a decent human being, when you see that shit, you're like, it's. I don't know. You're like, how is no one else bothered by this kind of shit? Like I don't
Yeah.
know. I always be shocked at people that are not bothered by it. Like it's strange to me. I'm like, that's weird because it's such a natural awkwardness that comes when you see that shit. and
Yeah.
like irritation, obviously. But it's always weird to me. I'm like, how could you be like that? Like, I feel like it's like, is this really happening? Like, that's crazy that people treat other people like that just because you don't even know them. You don't know shit about them. Like,
Yeah. Ooh, weird though. Weird. Really weird.
man,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Hey, by the time I'm out of here, I'll have a full report. Full report.
All right, bet.
It might be like a
I'm gonna
two
come
year.
out there, bro, and we'll go to like the whitest. No,
No, for
and
real.
I'll wear like all my Rasta color. I will be from head to toe.
No, bro. I think I think it'll blow your mind. Like,
That's crazy. I have no doubt. That's
bro,
crazy.
it's weird. Like, oh shit! I completely forgot to tell you, bro. I crashed. Like, not my car or anything like that, but like I
Okay, I
showed
was
up.
like, you crashed what? Okay,
So
you had me.
I was out like towards like there's this beautiful like park out in the middle of nowhere. They have it all set up nice, but it's you got to go out there. So I went out for a little walk early, and then these dudes they were talking, and they thought that I was like some weird rich white person because of where I was, and they're like, "Oh, you're headed over to the polo match after this, huh?" And it's like, bro, there is okay, there's like a fucking castle in the like on this property in the middle of nowhere, right? And it's just like this huge, like completely never been stepped on grass that is it's a little longer than normal. But it's I don't even know like bro, it was the whitest shit I've ever seen. And like I just like drove over there and like the dude's like, okay, like, can I see your membership card? I'm like, oh no, I'm just like,
What?
bro, like for real, like you. I'm like, oh no, I'm just like dropping something off for like, you know, just dropping something off for an Uber. So I drove through, came right back out because he was on the walkie-talkie. By the way, as soon as he let me through, he's like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah." I'm like, oh, of course he's fucking
Really? He said he's
weird.
just dropping something off.
Yeah. So, but
If he
like,
gets out of the car, take him down.
bro, but
Damn, bro.
like, there's like a different type of white people out there. Like, I don't know. It didn't feel American.
See,
And
that's always like scary.
yeah, and
Or
you know
so
what?
you're like, what?
And when I say feel American, I mean like you go to a park, right? You go to a
Mhm.
park, and depending on where you are, but like let's say it's a diverse cities park, you will see black families barbecuing, you will see Hispanic families barbecuing, you will see white families barbecuing, all having a good time, like in a way that feels very American. Not
The
no,
American like norm, if you
right,
will.
right. And I'm not even saying that like the diversity is part of it. I'm just saying like if you go to a park and you see a bunch of black people in a park, it feels American. Like there's something about like barbecuing in a park, whether it be no matter who you are, like
Right, right.
this is cool. Like this is our American culture. Now I don't necessarily feel like we have tons that like encompasses us as when it comes to American culture, but I do believe that like public displays of cooking in a way that is like very individualistic to your family unit and not necessarily a greater like um community barbecue outdoor cooking experience, which is also like, but that's kind of extensive to all of the world. But there's something
Right.
I think uniquely American about, nah, my family's going out to the park. We're gonna have some burgers. We're gonna kick the ball around. Like that's a very like culturally American thing.
Yeah.
And I felt none of that. Bro, this was like I felt completely in a different place. Like people,
Did you feel like a minority there? You're like,
oh yeah, I feel completely like a minority among these white people. It's it because like they really don't look like me. You know, like
and I didn't mean it like, oh, you're white, you should, but I mean like if you
no,
are of similar, like it'd be like me going around, like mixed color folks and being like, I felt so out of place. That's like, that's kind of strange. Like, I'm not saying you gotta get along with everyone, but like how you were feeling, that's very like,
yeah,
it's kind of alarming. Like, what do you mean you felt
yeah,
un-American and you felt like a minority being around them? It's like a
no,
whole,
for real. Like in like I mean like I feel like a minority constantly. You know, it's not in the same way as other people, but you know, I
no, it's easy to, not even
yeah,
color based in other ways too.
yeah, yeah, like you know, yeah. Well, let's not even get into that. But like, there was nothing I understood about these white people. Like, they didn't seem like they were having a good time. They weren't watching the game. They they weren't really eating food. They were just kind of
Like, it
like,
wasn't even like a sporting event.
right. No, it was just there was a sporting event happening and they were just kind of milling about, like milling about. And it's I don't know. Like it was so disconcerting.
The guy
Like,
that let you in, was he just like a regular security guard with the radio?
yeah, yeah, he was just like a regular, I mean, Hispanic dude security guard.
I wonder what the membership card was. Like, what was the membership for? Because it's just like, there's a lot of people, like,
Oh, it's
membership really means like,
it's for the
you know,
Greenwich Polo Club.
that sounds sus right there. I mean, I know Greenwich is I'm not saying Greenwich, but I'm like, it's the most boring name I've ever heard of. Like, Greenwich Polo Club. What do you guys really, what's going on over there?
Yo, but what's the non-refundable application fee?
I automatically don't fuck with them. No, not refundo. You lost me.
Okay, so I mean, it's not that crazy. You get a family pass for 1,700 a year, but like that's still a lot in my mind.
To me, it is. I'm like, looks like we ain't going. We gonna play at a public park. Like everyone else. No, it's playing. Or
No,
well,
but like that's what it felt like. It felt like they had separated themselves to like have the fun they want, and then like they don't know how to have fun.
it wasn't. Yeah, it seems like it was like almost for a selective. Like, I mean, a membership, a club is a selective group, but this seems like just a little more intentional than that.
Yeah,
If it is like how you're describing it, I wasn't there, but like how you're describing it, I'll be like, yeah, it looks like they only want certain people to be a part of it, and
yeah. I mean,
sometimes like when you, I personally feel sometimes like one of the best things like about America too is like the culture, like all together, because it's made up of diverse things. So when you section one group to itself, it's not as like flavorful, if you will, the culture. I'm not
Yeah,
saying people's individual cultures are like bad, but I'm just saying if that's all you're doing, it's like, well, no, like we like to encompass like that's why the simple things America's so great because of the simple things, the complex things, but the simple things. Like you can listen to whatever music you want, rap, hip hop, country. Your whole playlist could be a mix of it all. It doesn't have to be just
yeah,
hip hop, or just this or just that because of your heritage or something or your ethnicity. Like so, yeah, it's like that's what makes everything so cool is the mixing pot of it all.
yeah.
When stuff's just sectioned off, like or even people are sectioned off, it's dull. It gets dull. And I feel like maybe that's what you were seeing a little bit of. They're just like, or
Yeah,
on some crazier shit, it's some cult shit. I don't know. You're lucky to get out of there. No,
nah, they didn't seem that interesting. You know, like you
they
run
never do
into,
at first in these documentaries. It's always cool. No, I was playing.
I don't know, those Scientologists, like at least they sound fucking weird. You know,
You
like
identify like what did you just say?
Titans, Titans.
Plural? No, it's just,
But yeah, I don't know. This crazy though. I don't know. Like I'm learning about a group of white people that I've never liked uh because of my interactions with them in California. I'm realizing there's a lot more of them than I thought. Like this they call them WASPs out here. They're called white Anglo Saxon Protestants. So it does not include the Irish, does not include the Scottish, it does not include Swedes, and it does not include most of Germany. But it does
50
it
Shades of White.
well like there's Germany is used to be like a very different like separated. So there's like the mountainous German people which are more significantly different than some of the like lowland tribes like the that were the Saxons
Right.
were more French essentially.
Right. That makes
So
sense.
like
Yeah.
yeah, but like these wasps are I I I think they might be the issue. Like it sounds so crazy, but like when people describe to me as like, oh, these white people you hate, it's like, oh, I finally met the people you're talking about, and they're called wasps. It's like that's what it feels like, and I know like
Interesting. Never heard that term. Huh.
yeah, it's a weird one. I thought it was something completely different, but like they
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know. It's and like it's a very yeah, but very different racism from the Midwest and definitely from California and the West Coast in general. Yeah,
That's crazy if it's like deeper or deeper rooted over there. Like you're like,
yeah,
there's a genuine like hate here versus like, I don't know. You hear a lot of the like, it's still racism. It's just subtle. They're like, well, you just stay on your side. I'll stay on mine. I don't mind, but just don't be bought, Like
yeah,
that's still kind of, but all right, whatever. You know, if I'm fine, like you stay on your side, I'll stay on mine, whatever. Don't bother me. I don't bother you.
yeah.
I could fucking work with that, whatever. But then you got the like blatant or just like intentional going out of their way, to like push that narrative when you don't have to. Like, yeah, these people are clearly like
Oh yeah,
they want to portray that distinguishing quality.
Did you see Juicy do whiteface?
No, I think I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
Bro, you gotta watch the video after this. We'll talk
Fuck.
about that one next time. But like,
All right, bet.
bro,
Yeah, now I gotta see it. If
bro,
you're telling, I'm like, what?
when
I didn't see it.
because I did not know it was him.
Oh, you
Because
didn't know it was him?
no, because somebody
Damn.
like I just saw a clip. So I just like was scrolling through a clip and I just see like, what the fuck? That looks like one of my cousins. Like what's going on? Like why is like this is clearly a bit, right? Like no one actually just runs around yelling this. And then I like looked at his face again. I'm like, and I'm not good with faces, like I I I'm really not. But like I could have sworn it was somebody I knew that was white. Like
You're
it,
like, I'm
bro,
looking at him.
it's that good. It's
Damn. Okay, I for sure. I gotta check that out. All right.
I wish I wish we had more footage. That's all I gotta say. Give me the unedited like
Yeah.
3 hours of that.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the Red and Dreaad podcast. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Coming soon.
Peace.